Oh my god, how did that snake get wrecked?
Swept Media. Get swept up in today's independent music.
Good morning, everyone. In case it's not morning where you're at, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I'm your host, Anthony Longhair Leclair, and I'm joined by my fabulous co-host, the marvelous Marla Mouse McHardy.
What's up, everybody?
And my hashtag best friend, Brad Carr.
Hello.
Fantastic. So, welcome, everybody, to Swept Up Sundays. We've got something special for you today from a Connecticut-based band.
Ooh.
Called FROGG.
With two G's.
Yes, with two G's.
FROGG.
FROGG. The name sounds super underwhelming. I'll admit that.
It's like rat with two T's.
Wonder
like
bread.
Frog with two G's.
Yeah, it sounds super underwhelming, but yeah, anyway, so we got FROGG here with they're releasing their EP A Reptilian Dystopia, which is, aren't frogs amphibians?
They are.
Okay. I just needed to hear someone else say that before I was like, wait a minute.
The fact that you had to ask kind of pisses me off a bit, but I mean, I know that you just wanted like confirmation. But,
Yeah.
like, come on.
No, I know, but because I just wanted to know that I wasn't the one who was,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not going to say anything bad about the band before we listen to the music, but like, I mean, come on.
They could be talking about dragons and dinosaurs, like a
Like,
reptilian dystopia. It might have
they're,
nothing to
like,
do with the name, the
there's-
fact that their name is Frog.
There's like a lone frog living in a reptilian dystopian univerce.
You don't know how long frogs have been around. I don't either.
It doesn't change the
To
fact
be
that they're
fair.
amphibians. That's not the...
I know, but that might not be the point of the album title.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So we've got a reptilian dystopia.
The fucking lizard people are coming to get you.
In which, that's right. So, that being said, it's a...
Wake up, sheeple.
Oh, God. Okay,
Listen here, Alex Jones. We don't have time for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the lizard people, and that's clearly the Bush family.
and we're going to get in so much trouble for that. But anyway, oh no, we won't, because he's not on the internet anymore. It doesn't even matter. Ha! We
there
win.
you go.
But anyway, so it's a... Sorry, Frog. It's FROGG. So it's a 4-track EP. So, the first track is Ancient Rain, which we did hear a bit of. Or I guess we ran through the whole thing while we were talking and stuff. The second track is Nuclear Storm. So I imagine this is where the dystopian part of this album comes in, or this EP. Third track is DNA. And the fourth and final track is Ranidophobia. Could you please look up and tell me what the fuck that means?
Okay, how do you spell it?
R-A-N-I.
Okay. R-A-N-I.
D-A phobia.
D-A. Ranidophobia, fear of frogs and toads.
Well, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, there you go.
Wait, are we supposed to be afraid of this band?
I don't know.
I'm super confused
Do
now.
you have ranidophobia? We'll find out, I guess.
I don't think, I guess I have a phobia of licking toads unless they fucking poison me or
Yeah,
whatever.
I feel like most people have a phobia of licking toads.
No, you get over it pretty quick if
If you're tripping balls.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like a cane toad, like, come here.
Come here, bud.
Come here, you little rascal. And that's why I am a gentleman of leisure, ladies and gentlemen.
Right? North Base foremost.
Look at me go.
Cheers.
It's like being principal of a home school.
So,
Are we going to get to a song here?
yeah, so I'm going to give you a choice. So we're only going to do 3 of the tracks of the 4.
Oh, I can't wait.
So I'm going to give you a choice of which. You got Ancient Rain, Nuclear Storm, DNA, and Ranidophobia.
I'm sorry, I was actively ignoring you.
That's fair.
So we're only going to do 1? Or
3 tracks.
Okay. Well,
Of-
didn't you
of
just
the
name
4.
3?
I named 4.
Great, the first 3.
Perfect. I'm going to skip the first one because we already listened to it.
Great.
And then so we'll do
So
the last.
everything I just said was completely null and void.
That's
I
right.
don't know how you even asked me the question.
Because I care.
This place is just a demented parlor game where people throw ducks at balloons. Like, it's so fucked. Just play the song.
I just need to know it. I just need to know the sound of Renatophobia. Anyway, this is a technical metal band, by the way, everyone, from Connecticut, and so it's very interesting. I wish Justin Hey You in the Bushes Robinson was here, only because he would break down the timing while he was there and be like, "Oh my god, this time signature and this time signature, and they're changing to this thing."
It's
and then
okay.
he would
It
grab
just-
my Warlock and just start randomly playing the shit.
Yeah, it's okay. He'll just listen to the podcast and then message you.
He won't. He's too busy. Like I'll force him
Justin,
to.
listen to our podcast, damn it.
Well, that's not... Yeah. I mean, just shoot him a message. Okay. So, here we go. We're going to listen to Nuclear Storm.
Ooh.
It's pronounced nuclear. The S is silent.
Nuclear.
If you can name me what that's from, Marla, I'd be so happy.
Is that The Simpsons?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right. We're about to be blasted with a nuclear storm. You all ready for this?
Better not be a 10 megaton blast of bullshit. I'm going to punch you right in the face.
Well, you know, that's fair enough.
Now I'm really going to punch you. There it is.
So, yeah. That's Frog, everybody.
Uh-huh.
And that was Nuclear Storm, or as they said,
Nuclear storm!
so, yeah. Thoughts?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Good.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I like all types of music, whatever have you. And I've said in previous sessions when you tricked me to come over here that, you know, I'm not a music critic, whatever have you, but like most people, I have an opinion on everything. You know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, and they're usually full of shit. But with that, a lot of metal, just to kind of like categorize it all, it's all wonderfully interchangeable. Like, you want to go ahead and call yourself Frog or Nuclear Winter or, you know, Exploding Fetus Face or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. I mean, it's all so interchangeable. Like, who the fuck am I listening to this time? You know what I mean? And I'm not shitting on these guys. I'm sure they're all great dudes, and, you know, I'd probably drink beers with them, and, you know, who doesn't like, you know, painting their face white and black and just looking like a scarier version of Kiss, like, you know, like Norwegian death metal bullshit. And, you know, I got a lot of metalhead buddies, and they're probably right now like, "What are you saying, Carr?" It's like, can you just talk in your inside voice?
What are you saying, Carr?
Yeah, like, hey, Death Clock, get out of my fucking face. You know what I mean? and don't get me wrong, like, yeah, there's a place for metal. Like, if suddenly, you know, I just want to, like, beat the shit out of an entire, like, I don't know, TGIF Fridays or whatever the fuck it is, or, like, you know, have, like, 15 beers at, like, fucking Applebee's or whatever. It's like, boo! And then away you go. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, like throw a chair and just start knocking motherfuckers out. Like, that is death metal. Like, yeah, I'm just going to go for a leisurely walk with my dog. It's like, what's happening now? And then away you go. It's like, no, there's no leisure time when you're listening to metal. And a lot of it sounds very, very, very similar, and it's completely interchangeable. And that's the thing. And you being a musician, and I like to say that I'm a musician, but I'm about as a musician and about as much as I am a raccoon. We'll touch more on that later.
So you're quite a musician.
Yeah, but with that said too, I mean, there's only so many chords and things you can put in sequence that will actually sound good. And you can run it through 6 pedals and crunch the shit out of it, and run it through 4 Marshall stacks and blah, 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 and your guitar can look like a goddamn fucking battle axe. It's all fundamental, and you take away, it's pretty much then just take the venom out of a cobra, and then when you got like a really dangerous looking belt. You know what I mean? It is music, and I do appreciate it. But that, once again, guys, and if you're listening to it, fat fucking chance with all 3 fucking people that listen to this cast, I'm totally shitting on you right now because you're my best friend. With that said, too, it was like, yeah, like how wonderfully interchangeable with 6 other fucking songs that I probably heard earlier this week. When my buddy's like, you gotta listen to this new song. He's like, oh, is it the exact same as the last one? Like, get the fuck out of here. And that's my 2 cents, so put those pennies together. Fucking put that feather in your cap.
I'd put those 2 pennies together here.
Copy.
It'd be worth more than 2 cents here now because we don't have pennies anymore.
Shut up.
There you go.
I just want the nickel, goddammit. Marla, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, so I am not a huge listener of, like heavy metal music. That's not typically, like, I listen to a lot of shit. I really do. It's one of my areas, like, where I'm not high in expertise. I can, like, I bring it back to the art gallery analogy with, like, that you go into an art gallery, you look at paintings, you're like, okay, this one I don't understand, but I can appreciate the craftsmanship that went into it, and I kind of, like, feel that way with
I
this
can get
song,
behind
too.
that.
Like, I can sit here and, like, absolutely appreciate the shit of, like, the musicianship that went into it, because I can't do that. I can't sit in front of a microphone and go, wah! Like, no,
That was close.
I can't.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't do that without,
Like someone just punched you right in the berries and you just, whoa!
destroying my vocal cords. Like, it's not a thing I can
There's a
do.
trick to it, right? And that's again to it. And I might have came off like a bit of a dick before, and Lord knows that never happens. And I didn't mean to interrupt because I'm probably being a dick. But like, no, there's a boatload of talent that goes into metal, and it's a very, very challenging form of music to first and foremost write and perform and whatever have you. And like, especially some of the guitar work that some of these guys do, and you watch them, it's like, holy shit! And they just walk down the roads when they absolutely light it up, and it is a very, very exciting genre of music, and there's a lot of talent that goes into it. And I didn't mean to like shit on the guys this way. It's just a lot of it. You can only get so loud, and you can only get so crunchy, and there's only so many times you can go walk right down the road when you're like, hey, get off that 21st fret, make me. It's like, okay, right on. So, and that's where I came off, and so hopefully I wasn't like a huge dick, and I wish all these guys success, and every other emerging death metal, rapcore, whatever the fuck you want to do. Hey, if you're trying to make music, shoot for the stars, and if you miss, at least your head will explode in space. Hey, you invited me, man.
I don't know. I'm happy to have you.
Yeah, so, and once again, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that's the thing. It is a very, very demanding form of music, and vocally, and these guys, like, they're straight up musicians. Like, they're fucking badasses. They can really, really, they can crush it. It's just, what I heard was just very, very interchangeable with a lot of other of that exact same song that I've heard, 1,000 times over now. And it's not that I'm not impressed. Like, hey guys, go for it. It's just I'm pretty sure I heard you before, and your name is Newt or Salamander. Like, I don't fucking know.
Salamander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of a metalhead. My big thing with metal is that and I love prog metal, so like Dream Theater is a big deal because it's always like constant time changes, and it's like the jazz of metal essentially. But and they have a lot of really intricate changes. This is a technical metal band, so that's cool in that aspect. Mm-hmm. But I'm always with metal. I want to be able to understand the lyrics.
Yeah, I think that's sorry to interrupt, but I think that's the one thing.
Just everyone's interrupting today. I'm just like, still being a dick.
But yeah, no, I think that's like my thing about like listening to this sort of genre of music. Like, I appreciate metal music. I absolutely do. And like you're talking about like Dream Theater or stuff like that. Like, I really enjoy listening to that shit. It's not something I like listen to a lot, but when I do, like, I'm just like, yeah, this is fucking awesome. My only thing is like, as a singer and as a person who writes music, like I enjoy hearing lyrics of something. Mm-hmm. And for me, sometimes it's hard when I don't understand what's being said to appreciate the song as much, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's not that I don't appreciate the song, because I think this, like, you guys are fucking wicked, and, like, this is great. I just, from where I come from a songwriter perspective...
The South?
From
here,
where I come
yeah.
from and out in fucking Muskoka, bud. No, but, like, where I come from, like, from a songwriting perspective, I really appreciate listening to lyrics, you know? So.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, and we've talked about it before. But yeah, as a singer and a songwriter, I like to be able to have people understand what the fuck I'm saying. So, and in that way, I like to understand what's being said. So, I did get Nuclear Storm.
Yeah,
I
got those two words. I got a couple others, but to be fair, in the song there was not a lot of lyric.
That's true. Like, a lot of it was instrumental stuff, and like there are metal bands that I have heard that like put on the voice screaming vocal fry aspect to it that I can understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
I like the high. Yeah, I like. Yeah. That always. That always makes you go, oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
Little offset too, and just like Yeah, I think we're all in the same sinking canoe, because essentially we're just sitting here and we're not talking shit. I mean, and we're just voicing our opinions. But it's just it heard before, and once again, it's not poo pooing you guys, because I'm sure a lot of work went into it, and I liked it, but I just feel like I've actually kind of heard that song before. Yeah, pretty much like all my buddies who play in the interchangeable metal band, like, oh yeah, we just got a new bass player. Oh yeah, is it my other buddy? And you guys just kind of bop between bands because you have like lovers quarrels, and it turns out it's the same fucking song. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Nope. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't mean to interrupt though.
No. So there are moments in this that I actually really do appreciate, though. I mean, besides the number of time changes that I can't figure that out. Like, Justin's the man for that shit. I'm not technical enough to be able to figure that out. But leading on to the end, the guitar is great. The vocals, I wish I could understand more than just Nuclear Storm. But the bass at the end,
is
like
unreal.
in the mix all the way through the song. It's only a 2-minute song, so whatever. But toward like that last 30 seconds of the song, like that last quarter, the bass just like pounds through everything else, and all you're just like bah, 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 and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Like that, I was really excited about that, because typically in a metal in a metal band like this, everything fits. But all the changes come from, obviously, the drums, because you need that for the time change. And then all the intricate shit you get from the guitar. And you might get an occasional, like in Dream Theater, you get an occasional, like, blah, 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 like whatever, crazy bass run. This wasn't even a nutty bass run. It was just, now all you're going to hear, like, you could hear everything else, but it's like, now all you're going to give a fuck about is the bass, and it was just like, it was intense. I loved it.
I agree with you on that, because I was listening to that and I was like, oh, hello.
Yeah. And I'm going to play that section again in the edit.
Yeah.
In the section right here. Because that is awesome.
Yeah.
In that space, there's going to be a...
Yeah, I figured the choice of editing.
Right? Yeah, not doing it live.
Thank you.
Fuck it, we'll not do it live. So...
We'll do it on the day.
That's right,
Shall
do it on the
we
day.
listen to another track?
Yes, let's. I think we're going to go with DNA next.
Deoxyribonucleic
I'd laugh so hard
acid.
if you just played the other song again and just like beat my point across.
Well, we heard Ancient Rain was slightly different because there were no vocals on it, and it was just the guitar stuff, and that was good. But we listened to that before we started recording, but like...
You're just over there twisting your beard.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Here we go.
Oh.
That's like Judas Priest shit right there.
It's one of the Castlevania.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Let's go. Download that shit right now. This is a very quick end. There are so many parts of this song I want to talk about. It was a fucking 7-minute, some odd second song.
Holy
so
shit! I didn't
there's-
realize it was that long.
Yeah, because it was that good. So again, vocally, I'm just always sad when I can't. I heard D N at the end. Cool. I got that. I got the title of the song in there again, like the last one. But it's so hard to understand that growling shit. Like it's so hard. Like I wish I had the lyrics sit in front of me so I could talk about it.
Well, you're in front of a computer. Oh, I just wish there was a way to fix this fucking obvious problem that I'm talking about. Yeah, copy that one.
I went to search them on Facebook. I couldn't find their page on Facebook.
Okay, well, Facebook isn't the answer for everything.
Well,
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, all you need is a safe room to cry in. Copy that.
oh fuck that. Fuck that.
Moving forward, I like that one more than the first. Not that I did not like the first. I was just kind of sounding like I was shitting on it. It's just letting people know what I thought. And fucked if anyone cares. I'm just going to tell you anyway. No, and I liked certain things about that one. I like that kind of like angelic kind of harmonic in the background. I thought that was really cool. It was a nice offset to what we first heard as opposed to this one.
Yeah.
Fuck, I stutter a lot. Yeah, moving forward.
There it is.
Shut up. Yeah, no, that was a good tune. You know what I mean? And if I heard that tune against, say, like this interchangeable metal band that I was talking about hypothetically, I'd be like, oh yeah, no, that's Newt. Yeah, I heard him before on my buddy's podcast. It's great. Copy.
Yeah. Do you mind if I just like run
Yeah,
through
go
some shit
for it,
before?
dude.
Okay. So first of all, I'm a big fan of and this could be just like my loving the fact when Zach Wild is playing with Ozzy, like the squeal shit that he does, like chug 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 squeal.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of squeals. I was so happy they did.
Oh, there was a nice one in there, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, there were a couple and harmonized, and they did them like they didn't do them all the time, which is great. And over a 7-minute song, I guess you have a lot of time to fuck with, but still well placed in the right moments. So it was like leading up with like guitar harmonies, like and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. That was great. Music pulls. I'm a big fan of music pulls. There were several of them in this song too. So that like right into like some sort of darker shit, or towards the last third into that brighter stuff where suddenly it became more major based. It was lighter. It was happier kind of thing, and then ended up going to the after that.
The
But
one that
was
I
cool.
thought that was kind of cool about that. Sorry to like interrupt
No,
your train
okay.
of thought. But I loved that chunk where it was like, because you were talking about the like the cool like female symphonic choir in the background. Like I love that because
I don't know why I had to gender identify.
Yeah, it could have just been synth, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to 2020.
But like
Did you just assume his gender thoughts of their gender play? I don't even know. Let's go. Whatever.
anyways.
Can everyone just stop interrupting?
But yeah, as I was saying though about those, it was cool because we were talking. You were saying in the thing like when it was sort of like darker music and they had that playing in the background, it was like kind of fucking eerie, and then it turned into like more of a major scale, and then it was sort of like more like upbeat stuff, and then it complemented the music. So I love that sort of like the I love this sort of. Sorry, Brad's making me laugh. But yeah, I love.
What's that? Is that a capo on your dick? No.
How do you think I hit those high female octaves? Put it around the 7th fret.
Yeah, what about the 12th?
Get on that 21st fret.
You were saying?
But yeah, I love the contrast between that too. How it like makes the one part of it creepy and the other part of it more like melodic.
Yeah. No. Yeah, no, but that and I forgot that was, now going back over it, that was the lead into, that was the lead into the major, for lack of a better term, to quote Leonard Cohen, the major lift, right? But like, no, because the dark metal playing with that sort of ethereal light synth or vocal quality, whatever that was, specifically, like in the mix it was hard to discern exactly what it was, but like whatever, either way, that was like, oh, that's fucking creepy and unsettling in that area. And you're right, and I was just kind of like, but then we were brought up by this like quote unquote major lift of music, and I was like, oh, those chords are like, and they weren't even like full major feel, like it wasn't a full warmth of feel, but it was like you got partway there and you're like, yeah, that's so like, but it's not quite, and then suddenly like you know, and then it brought you down to like back to the darkness, and that was super cool.
Back
I like
to the
that.
Darkness. That's the name of her next single.
That's right.
Yeah.
Instead of Back to the Future.
Back to the darkness. Interchangeable chords.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, and the bass got a whole bunch of shit in the end too, where they came back out.
Yeah.
And I don't. Maybe this is like this band's thing, where it's just like, yeah, the bass will be there, but at the end, we're gonna be like, all you're gonna hear is like the bang, 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 or whatever in the bass, and like it was just very much more noticeable toward the end.
Mm-hmm.
My main criticism of the song, I want to be able to understand the lyrics. I really wish I could. I got 3 letters out of it for sure. Other stuff, I'm like, oh,
Which
is
ones?
that what they said? It was D-N-I. Yeah,
Which ones?
DNA.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, so I mean the
Inside voice.
right, and I was thinking about the drummer in there, because for part of it I was just like double kicking as best I could along with, and then certain moments would stop, and then certain moments would go super quick, and I was just like, that's a 7-minute song. Like playing that shit live, I can't imagine.
Okay, I gotta ask the
You gotta
drummer.
be jacked. I
How
bet.
fucking jacked are your legs? Like, I can't even imagine. Like, do you run marathons or something? Like,
Yeah, sitting down. Well, with that said, and just to touch base on what you're saying, like, check this out. Yeah, so I got a lot of buddies who are drummers, and I got a lot of buddies who are musicians, whatever have you, and some of my drummer buddies are this particular style of drummer with the running double bass. And just dialing back on what we said about like the musical talent involved in performing a musical genre like this, everyone's on point, you know what I mean? And just some people really dig it, and the people who dig it like are very, very, very into it. Like it's a lifestyle choice, it's a culture, whatever have you. But yeah, and even just drumming, and kind of like what you're talking about, Tony, is like the drums being the backbone of a band, right? Because it's the rhythm, you know what I mean, and even the time changes, they come from the back first, you know what I mean? Think about the human body, like. The body's going to go where the head and the hips go, but what's connecting between the two of them? It's the backbone, right? And so if you've got the head of the band, and it's the lead singer, whatever have you, and you got the hips and everything else, what's running from point A to point B? Well, it's the backbone. And then these running double blast beats and whatever have you, it's absolutely phenomenal, right? And it hits you inside, and it rattles your rib cage, whatever have you, and it's that style of music. And yeah, it's something that I do enjoy. It's just, today I just kind of feel a tad more pessimistic than I usually am, which is actually a step really down, because it's not that I'm a big ray of fucking sunshine. But yeah, no, it's a very, very challenging art to perform.
For sure.
I fucking suck at drums.
Me too.
Me too.
Hand drums cool, but if you make my hands and feet try and go at the same time,
Oh no,
that noise.
it's ridiculous. I mean, like, I'm a subpar guitarist, but at least I can pretend. You know what I mean? And I can get by. But drums, holy fuck, man, that's a completely fucking different animal, and you got to be a different animal to do it. And then you go ahead and throw in an extra kick, You know what I mean? Like, like you're working on an interplanetary scale, and there are phenomenal drummers. Like, obviously, like Neil Peart just passed away, whatever have you. Like, not even a huge Rush fan, but I mean, like, phenomenal. And then there's some guys who fake it to make it. You know what I mean? But then you can see these guys, and they don't even run on huge kits. Yeah, Def Leppard, sure, why not? Yeah, fuck, the guy's still better than me with one arm tied behind his back. Yeah, but with that said too, shut up. Yeah, I fucking said it. What are you gonna do?
No. Nothing but posting.
Everyone gonna come beat me up with their guitar muscles? Yeah, Lord knows the drummer's gonna catch me. You can just fucking run and fucking catch me. The fucking guy puts in enough fucking legwork. Just to tidy up my rant. Double bass, top drawer. That's something that I really enjoyed in that song. Okay. Whatever.
No, it's great, and that's the thing too. And someone was holy shit, I came in. So someone was telling me this before, and it was my buddy's dad back home in Deep, who's a drummer. So you met Keegan at New Year's.
Yeah,
he was the drummer of Joe's band there. Right?
Okay.
So he was like drumming and singing at the same time, doing all this shit. I can't even fathom that shit.
Yeah.
But like I've heard him play in harder bands than that and way more intense stuff, and I was like, oh, I can't even. So his father is a drummer as well, and I remember him telling me before that for guitar, it's easy to start. You know, you can learn E minor in like no time. You can learn E minor 7 was like just the one string, right?
Yeah.
Like in no time. There are chords you can learn in less than 20 seconds. It's just a matter of the rhythm and whatever else you have to get a feel for, and switching between chords is a thing. Mm-hmm. With drums, super pain in the ass to get that coordination started.
Yeah, well, we were in Long McQuaid today, and I was like watching this one kid do drum lessons there. And,
the girl there that was sitting there?
She was on the kit, like she was on the digital kit, just like sitting there, just like reading sheet music, playing the drums. I'm like, this kid is like way better at drums than I will ever be, and this is like basic shit.
Yeah, but also starting early is a better thing, right?
That's
like it is harder to pick shit up later on, which sucks because it just goes to show how feeble our primate minds are. But regardless, but then it reverses once you get further in, right? To master guitar, like it is all patterns, and with drums it is also all patterns. But to start with drums can be way more difficult, and then to be cool just to play like regular shit, like not this stuff.
Yeah.
But just to like be good at playing a drum kit in a band, you can, once you get past that initial hump, you're good to go. Mm-hmm. But yes, don't forget those. But with guitar, to master guitar, to like do lead licks and all that stuff, way harder. But initially, guitar's easy, drums are hard. Once you're in the pocket on either one of those, drums are easy, guitar is fucking hard.
Yeah.
Once you go like Super Saiyan level, where you're like this shit, it is for sure. And a lot of people are pissed at me, but like
that's what's cool about coming here. It's like the one thing, because you constantly wrote me in here and made me sit here. People will contest all the time this and this and this. I mean, even vocal talents. You know what I mean? Bass. A lot of people shit on the bass. Fuck you. Bass is very, very challenging.
I'll always prop up the bass.
That's why it's a band. Like every piece needs to be there. And you can sub out a bass with an additional guitar, right? Yeah. But better tune it down, and then match it up, because you need that, because it's the two, the drums and the bass running in unison, and then the guitar layered on top, and then you get some fucking music, and you have a band, and you start moving forward. And that again too, songwriting, right? And this is poetry, and that's the very, very cool thing about music. And then that just dialing back to what we were talking about metal genre music, whether it's death metal or deathcore or whatever the fuck you want to call it. The words are there. We've all decided that we wish we could fucking understand them, but at the same time, they're sung raw and they're passionate, and everyone has a place for it. A lot of people don't dig it. Fine, you know what? I don't dig a lot of fucking people, so fine. You can have whatever opinion you want. It's still a very, very challenging genre of music, and to go out and pull it off and keep it real, keep it raw. It doesn't have to be face paint and death and fucking exploding fetus face and all this nonsense that you hear. No, they could sing about sunshine and lollipops and still scream it from their balls up with a running double bass, and you got metal, man. And it's a very, very challenging genre of music to perform.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and the thing with and I should confirm with that as well. Like,
Copy that,
sure. But when I say about the when I say about the vocals, though, right? Like, I wish I could understand them. That's not me saying like, "Fuck, you're a horrible vocalist." That, like, man, I can't do that shit. I play in a folk duo, like, whatever, you know.
I'm like, we are so far removed from this genre. We're like on the opposite side of the fucking planet, like, you know. And
I love singing rock, and I love digging into other stuff, which is why I love the daily sweeps, because we get to fuck with different types of music all the time.
Exactly, yeah.
But, and I would love to be able to do metal stuff way more, but like that death metal shit, I can't. Like, because I'm afraid, because I haven't learned the way to burn my voice quite the right way without making my fucking throat bleed every time I do it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And some people just do it anyway, regardless of that, and not learn the right way. So hopefully you've been trained to do it properly, and you don't have any detriment to your actual vocals, because otherwise you're going to burn out like Buddy from Cinderella, and you'll have 6 years of no fucking music, and you're gonna suck. You're gonna hate that. Like, that's gonna be horrible. But if you've done it the right way, and like you sound, it's intense. I can't imagine doing that. So that's great.
Yeah.
I'm just being picky as a songwriter, being like, I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, exactly.
And not just hear it in like a hustle of, which is amazing and a talent, but I want to hear the clarity of your fucking vocals, right? Yeah, I know, I'm just splattering all over, whatever. But
no, I was just sitting. I was bored.
Oh, you're just having a time. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I was just bored.
Well, yeah, so anyway, that's DNA. It's almost like it's written on our... Anyway, it doesn't matter.
You're dating him. Fuck that.
Fuck off, whatever. Now we're going to rhinidophobia, which is the fear of frogs and toads. And the band is called Frog, remember, everyone? And, do you want in on this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And that was Rhinidophobia by FROGG. Sorry, you were about to... You
No,
took a breath.
I was gonna say, are you afraid of frogs?
No, I'm not afraid of frogs
I
or
used to
toads.
catch frogs with my bare hands.
I did not do that. I just watched them because I didn't want to disturb them.
Tell me more war stories.
There you go. See? Wow. Yeah.
it.
I
Oh
used to
yeah.
catch-
I
I
guess
used
you
to
are of
catch
Ukrainian
toads.
descent. You are of Ukrainian descent. You could have been from like the other side, catching frogs all the time.
Ah ha 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 ha.
Anyway,
Yeah, I used to catch toads too. Except toads pee on you.
not on me.
No, but when you pick them up, they pee on you.
Well, that's probably a defense mechanism.
Yeah, it is. Anyway,
It's almost like they don't want you to do that. So, interesting song. There are a
Tiger
couple-
style, crane style, viper style, toad style. Somebody comes out, you just start pissing on them.
Yeah. Fucking go! Oh my god, are you pissing? Are you pissing?
Yeah, hop
Yeah.
away clumsily.
Yeah, they like hold you up and you're just like pissing on them. They're like, oh god!
The old myth that they give them fucking warts. Well, fucking, it's like,
Yeah.
No, toads.
Yeah, don't
just
touch me,
straight
I'm gonna
piss
pee on
at
you and give you warts. Like, yeah, right on. Yeah, no, that was the exact same song we just listened to. I think you screwed up. Did you actually play a different song?
Yeah,
Oh. Well, that's my opinion.
fair enough. Yeah, see, with this, I will take a bit of difference on that. I mean, yeah. So your judgment is fair enough, simply because there, as you say before, there is a lot of metal that is very similar, and it is hard to just kind of differentiate and be your own thing in that genre, especially when you're going to this stuff where you can't. My one criticism: I can't understand the fucking lyrics. I couldn't even get the title out of here.
No, I couldn't
And I'm
either.
sure I'm almost sure that they didn't put Rhinidophobia in the lyrics. If they did, like, cool. I don't know how you worked it in, but like, well, I know how you worked it in. It goes, Rhinidophobia and whatever. But like, and this isn't a dig at the singer being shit. Like that's stuff I can't do. You're talented. I just wish I could understand you.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. So there's that, but. There are a couple of moments of really sweet harmonies that just kind of like interject in the song twice throughout the song that are just
that
like, it's
was
really pretty, and
Really
I'm like,
cool.
I'm like,
and
oh,
it was
what the
like
fuck?
very unexpected. Just like, you know, when you're like in a plane, and then you're like in a plane and you're going through the clouds, and then suddenly there's a break, and you're like, oh, it's blue sky, and you're like above the clouds, and it's really beautiful, and then you're like back into the cloud, it's a fucking thunderstorm, and there's like turbulence, and things are shaking around on the plane. Like, that's how I felt about that moment in the song.
I do not know what that's like. Mainly because the last time I was on a plane, I was 5 years old, so that's the thing.
Fair enough.
Which was during a storm actually at one point, but apparently I slept through the whole fucking thing. So,
Oh, well, there you go.
not be the case today, if that were. But apparently I didn't give a fuck back when I was 5. So yeah. But I mean, I get that feel even just from driving. If you drive on the highway from here to Deep River, right? It's you can have any sorts of weather,
Yeah.
and you can meet up with you drive into a wall of rain.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
And then you drive out of, and it's sunny and beautiful, and then you can see the next wall coming at you, and you're like, what the
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what that's like. Exactly.
So I do get it just from a different perspective, but yeah, I totally understand that and feel, and that's where it kind of came in, because it drove in almost organically enough, and the first time, and it was like, oh, that's quite pretty. I like that a lot, and then suddenly it was like, "Rah!" I was like, oh shit, all right, here we go, we're back into it. Go through, and then the end, it sort of carried forward for the rest of the end, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not. It was still It wasn't as bass heavy as as Nuclear Storm was. The end of
No.
Nuclear Storm was wonderfully bass heavy at the end, and that just like made me smile so much because I played bass in a metal band before, so I was just like, yep, I get it,
It was
because I want that to happen.
Yeah, it was definitely the most, like, frantic of all 3 tracks that we've listened to. In terms of how the song is, except for those, like, interesting breaks of, like pleasantness and harmony, and then...
That's a good way of putting that. Yeah,
Yeah.
And like, so in that sense, I guess it tells a story.
It does, yeah.
I just wish I understood the lyrical story of the song.
I agree with you on that, for
Musically,
sure.
like if you strip the lyrics from this, and this again, it's not a dig at the singer. You were talented. What you do is something I cannot. But not being able to understand you, if it was just instrumental, I could probably glean a better story from it than with the screaming on it.
Yeah.
But if I could understand the lyrics along with this music, I could take even a fuller story from it. That would be more important to me. But obviously, this is their style of music, so I'm obviously that's not going to change. My one criticism from this one podcast that, you know, I'm certain they don't give a fuck about. Whatever, it doesn't mean anything. But I would love to be able to hear what you have to say, even if that means you're interested in having an interview sometime.
Or even
that'd
just
be
sending
fun.
us the lyrics, too.
No, that's not enough. I would love to hear your story behind it and why you sing this way. Like, I'd love to know more about why you do the things you do, which wouldn't be just apparent from the lyrics. Like, it would be cool to have an interview with this band, just to talk to them about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But regardless, I mean, either way, this is FROGG.
Froggiga.
Frog double G. Fro double G.
Fro double G.
Whatever you want to call them. And they are a technical metal band. You can check out their other song, Ancient Rain, in their EP. And, yeah, so we just covered a few of their songs. It's only a 4-track EP, so do look it up. Link to the EP in the description below. And, yeah, that is your Swept Up Sunday for this week.
Right on.
Here, bud.
Oh, fuck yeah, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yo, I love having you.
It's great.
Copy.
Every time.
That's all I have to say on the internet while looking into my eyes.
Hashtag, but they can't see me looking into your eyes.
I know what I'm seeing.
Hashtag.
Gonna be a while before I show up on this thing again.
Best friends.
Ah, right on.
Anyway.
That was fun. Okay.
So yeah, Swept Up
Oh,
Sundays.
boy.
Thanks so much, and we'll be back next week with another album that we tear apart or build up or whatever we're doing. And Brad may or may not be here. Depends. Depends on how cold it is, I guess. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye forever. Bye forever.
Okay, peace,
Swept Media. Get swept up in today's independent music.
All right.
Brad is back from the bathroom.
Well, you didn't have to say it like that.
Taking a shit.
Just pooping. Pooping.
That's not true. Oh.
No, I meant the podcast. It's taking a shit.
Oh, yeah, as opposed to before when it was solid gold.
That's right. Yeah. Well, when you said 3, by the way, it's 30, but it's only 30. So
I don't know what that means.
the viewership. You were like, yeah, well, all of their fucking 3 listeners.
Oh, well, excuse me, all the hell.
Yeah, we have 10 times that. Thanks.
Oh, wow!
Thank you very much.
I sit right over here in the give a fuck section.
Come on over.
All
yeah.
30 people that fucking listen to me.
And you know
One
what?
of those is my mom.
Your mom.
Your
Remove
mom.
toilets from Coke room.
What?
That's so wonderful. 936 have signed. Let's get to 1,000.
What's this?
It's hilarious. Whenever I go into the cocaine room, there's always some sick fuck taking a shit and ruining the experience of my nose candy. Oh man, that's the like no man's business.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
Beautiful.
I love that fucking place, man.
Do you?
Holy fuck, did I spend a fucking year there? Holy Christ.
When I moved back, you mean that year?
Yeah, well, when I was working up there and everything, holy fuck.
Man, you could have a time.
I did.
Yeah.
Christ. The fact I still have fucking cartilage fucking in my nose is fucking astonishing. Holy crap. They're fucking wild. fucked in the
Didn't
kitchen.
like give yourself a septum piercing, but like up here.
Oh, I didn't give a fuck. Fuck, I fucked in the kitchen, the basement, the
When do you go this week,
bathrooms.
by the way?
I'm good whenever. I
Okay,
think,
cool.
like I don't have anything specifically
recording?
planned right now.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'll get rid of that stuff.
Fucking better. Christ, that's incriminating. Just kidding. Yeah, Brad left.
Oh, thanks. It's fine.
Turn it off.
Yes, I will.